It's Football Friday in Oklahoma, and you've struck pay dirt. Skordle Pay Dirt brings you all of the action from 8 feature games across the state. The action is, you've hit pay dirt.
He may not want to come enemy lines.
Ooh, quick pass, and this one, just falls down, trying to make a cut, or we would have probably been even here pretty quickly, or at least touchdown for the Comets. Big first play.
Yeah, big-time speed shown there by Walker.
Langston Walker, the senior. Nothing doing for Talon Quick. The junior met with resistance from the Dewar defensive line. Isaac Powell, the nose guard, a junior, was there with the initial stop. Second down and 9. Handoff again, a little trap play, and better, more open rushing yards for Talon Quick. He's short of the first down. Naya Corbin on the tackle. Third down and 5. Now 3rd and 4 for the Comets. Both of these teams, excellent participation. A lot of kids out for football. Strickland under a heavy rush, and he's dropped. Sacked by Naya Corbin. Back-to-back tackles for Corbin.
This will be an interesting decision here by Velma, but man, what a play by Corbin.
Comets brought a bunch of people tonight. Look at the visiting stands over there. It's full. What a great setting this is for a high school football game. People in lawn chairs around and right here in the hills of eastern Oklahoma. Strickland under heavy rush from behind. He is able to get the football off, but at the feet of his intended receiver, and the Dragons take over.
Great pursuit that time by Dewar. What a great job of hunkering down and getting a stop, because I'm telling you, points are going to be in plenty, I think, tonight. These two teams have some explosive players on the offensive side of the ball. Mark, how many miles is it from, take a guess, from Velma to Dewar?
Well, I actually was going to Google this up earlier today, and I did not. So, I'm going to, about mile marker 240 here. So I'm going to say 174 miles.
How about, that's a fairly great guess.
Deep ball, and just overthrown for Keelan Berry, who had a step on his defender. 174, you think I'm close?
158. How about that?
Not bad, not bad.
That was a good guess.
Quarterback, another run. I think he's got enough for the first down to move the chains.
We just got news that Kenny Bear is willing to come across enemy lines for a halftime interview.
All right. It's a good stop by Velma. Got some penetration in the defensive front. Broderick Spigner, Jr., he leads the team in tackles for losses. Had 10 coming in and was able to stop Corbin for a gain of only 2. Corbin gets it again. Breaking tackles, run with authority, and goes to the 42-yard line and picks up another first down. Got to be impressed with the way that Corbin keeps his feet moving and runs with a lot of power.
Runs very strong. He's going to be kicking himself in the film session, though, because he's
bound out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. So he was kicking away from the return man that time for Metro Christian. That's Caden Goodman, and the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. So second possession of the night for Metro Christian, coming up with 7:03 to play in a scoreless first quarter.
And that was a hurried-up punt as well. I think the down marker was saying third down, and Perkins trying was keeping their offense out there. Then they had to rush the punting unit out when probably an official said, hey, this is fourth down, even though it says third down over there. And Metro Christian, look for a deep pass on this drive for Metro Christian.
They've been able to exploit the Demons defense up until they managed to get as deep as the 34-yard line of Perkins Tryon territory. Motion man to the near side. Looking that way, Grimes throwing deep over the seam, and it's incomplete as he was looking for Nathan Jackson, the sophomore, and Wandog. He was well covered that time by the defender.
Yeah, Wyatt Atkinson, the defender, step for step. Perfect coverage, as you mentioned, making it very hard, even for a pinpoint passer like Grimes. Grimes a little bit deeper, but Todd, I like that incomplete pass because that's going to spread this Perkins defense out a little bit where they can't cheat up on these flat passes.
Head coach for Perkins Tryon is Jared McCoy in his 15th season. 10 of those seasons in Tulsa have resulted in double-digit victory totals, including last year's 13-1 runner-up season. Grims to throw, slings it out right. Ball is caught and wrestled down immediately as Sankey Lynch, as he'll be tackled at the 28-yard line, only a gain of 4. And again, the tackling after contact by Perkins has been very, very good here early.
That was Carson Houston again. Houston with his second tackle already just in as many drives. Good job by Houston. One thing that Metro Christian allows Perkins to do, there's no down lineman for Perkins. Everybody's standing up because there's no running back in the backfield, and I think that hurts Grimes in a way, but whom I say Tulsa Metro Christian's number 3.
3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure, and Grimes gets away from one defender running right. A good open field tackle. How about that? Preston Gajewski, who is the son of Oklahoma State softball coach Kenny Gajewski, came up for the backfield and took his legs out from underneath him. Scott, it looked like he might initially be able to pick up the first down. Instead, he's going to be 3 yards short, stopped at the 31.
Yeah, great job. He was like a Superman tackle. Outstretched on the dive, strong left forearm taking out the knee of the ball carrier.
Here's one of the loneliest jobs in high school football, and that would be punting. And it's the quarterback, Jackson Grimes, who did not punt last week in the district opening victory over Mount St. Mary. He will kick it away. The Demons have the return men sit back at the 35. Snap floats back. It's an end-over-end kick. And now they're going to get away from it. The ball hits at the 36, bounds straight up in the air, and then turns over. And it's going to be touchdown at the 34-yard line. So not a bad kick by Jackson Grimes. Time out of the field, 5:26 to go in the first quarter. Perkins about to touch it for the second time, and we are scoreless here on the High Plains Insurance Skordle Game of the Week.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop.
Tonight's game sponsor. And by the way, after this third down play, we'll tell you about the Blanchard defensive starters. 3rd down and 3 as Burke fakes the handoff, throws in the flat. Left side for Lane, and he's wrestled out of bounds, short of the first down. 1 yard gain on the play. And it's going to be 4th down and 3. Tonight's defensive starters brought to you by Brightway Insurance. I guess it's safe to say Reagan Palmer's back.
Yeah.
Although it looks like the starters are going to be Matthew Tonsi and Terrence Johnson at corner. Cork Pierce, Bracing Carter at safety. The linebackers, Gage Ellison, Braden Stacy, Ben Hefner, Tyler Hughes, Blake Woods, Cade Saunders, Ross Johnson. The lineman. 4th down and 3. Newcastle has the offense on the field. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Burke takes the snap. He's going to punt it away. The old quick kick punt. It's a really good one. Down inside the 15, inside the 10. That's all the way down to the 8-yard line. That's perfectly executed.
Fakes the handoff to Corbin's going to throw it again. He's got a man wide open. The 2-point conversion is successful on the pitch and catch to Keelan Berry. 4:19 to go in the first quarter. The Dragons lead the Comets 16-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
3 to the 25, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Richie, only a sophomore. He's just, each week just seems to get a little bit better. learning the position, gaining some confidence.
Yep.
He is the team leader in tackles too, right?
He is.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Play clock down to 10. Lions in pursuit. Trying to bring down Compton. Compton rolling out. Pass down the field. Caught. Spins away. Touchdown, Meeker. Spin cycle for Manny Salvadera. And that's going to be a Bulldog touchdown. There's the elusiveness of Compton to be able to let that play go, guys.
A lot of time in the pocket to go from one side of the field to the next. You would think there would be a hole, but they're pretty disciplined, the line.
It's at the Patriot 43. Hand off to Stevens. They may have gone to the well one time too many. Initially, Logan Korf, the 5'10", 174-pound sophomore, made contact. He didn't get him to the ground, Scott, but then they had good pursuit with three other white-cladded Patriot defenders to end that run. A run of one brings up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Korf playing usually on the right defensive end. He comes all the way across, through, stunted, and got there to mess up that play. Like you said, he didn't make the tackle, but he bamboozled the offensive Perkins.
Applegate is split to the near side. Gajewski is this way along with Cutter Green. And they go with a tight end right this time, and that is Hagen Cundiff. Now they're going to motion Cutter Green left to right of the formation, and the snap goes to Beck Smith. He'll hand it off at a reverse as he flips it to Green, and he is dead in his tracks. They fall back a yard to the 43-yard line. They had all sorts of flow going one way and then back the other on that play. Metro Christian did a good job to stay home.
Well, there's a fumble on that play. That was recovered by offensive lineman Bryce Lightfoot. You can't advance that fumble, so it's going to be 4th down. Cash Crockett's the one that tried to make the tackle and force the ball loose.
Good catch. Scott didn't see that. So it's 4th and 6 at the 43-yard line. And right now they have the offense out there. Out of the gun. They're going to go for it. Breck Smith rolling left. He's under pressure. Eludes the defense. Now turns the corner. Angles left. Did he get the first down? Yes, he did. He has the first down right at the – no, he did not. Excuse me. He got back to the original line of scrimmage of the 42, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Guess they're going to rule him out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, he was going for a touchdown if he could have just had – maybe a few more inches there on the sideline.
So they elect not to punt. They give good field position. There was an illegal false start called against the Demons. Metro Christian will decline that. Last week, Metro Christian was flagged 8 times for 61 yards. Mount St. Mary 8 for 45 in the Patriot victory over the Rockets. 2:52 to play. And it'll be at the 43-yard line for Metro Christian as they start their 3rd drive here of the first quarter. Perkins with a 3-man defensive front. 2 receivers split short right, 3 wide left for quarterback Jackson Grimes. Lucas Spear, the senior, floats the snap back. Grimes throws it out left. Ball caught behind the line of scrimmage. A little bit of running room that time for Ty Guess as he's across the 47-yard line and up to the 49, just stopped shy of midfield.
Easton Wagenblock looks like he's down on the left sideline for Tulsa Metro Christian.
I think it was Wagenblatt, you're right, and not Guess. That was 7 and not 1 that made the catch and then paid the price as he's going to pick up 7 yards to midfield. And while they attend to the junior wide receiver, we'll take a break.
Where you've probably got at least 2 more downs to try to convert here, midfield.
Strickland going to toss it out. We got
Nice.
a halfback pass and a man wide open. It's caught, and it's a touchdown. Halfback pass from Talon Quick to Langston Walker, and it goes 41 yards for the score. That had the Dragons fooled.
What a great play call. Great job. What do I know? Get it all back at one time. That's what you do.
Big play.
Well, and honestly, I love the play call. When you have a very aggressive defense like what Dewar likes to do, trick plays like that are smart, maybe something, on the backside. So great play calling there on that drive by Velma.
Yeah, it's something to think about as well. Comets are going to go for it. And penalty. Caden Lyle is the Wildcat quarterback in there. And the Comets will be penalized 5 yards for illegal procedure. So this will move the Comets back 5 yards. Strickland comes back in the quarterback position. Under a heavy rush, throws it into the end zone, and it is dropped or thrown behind Connor Akers. So 16-6. We'll take a quick break, come back here with the Dragons to receive the kickoff.
Born and raised in.
How about over the middle to Estes? Estes trying to get outside. Looked like he could have just kept going right up the middle, Dre.
Say that. He had 6, he would just kept going straight, but he made a decision and stuck with it.
Yeah, I think the defender pursuing right there, I think he thought he was just going to kind of blow right by him on the cut, and ends up keeping his feet and making the play.
There's a big spot open in that middle of the field, too. There's Carson on the carry. Carson on his feet, past the 50, gets to the outside, stiff arm, still on his feet, pushed out of bounds. Looked like Coach Woodall wanted to flag, but none there. Nice run by Carson Jackson. No, I'm sorry. Carson Clag. Carson Jackson, she's running the football now. She probably could. Looks like the boss ladies have arrived.
They are here.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Bobble the snap. Alec rolling to his right, looking, cuts left, cuts right, goes down for about probably a no gain, maybe a loss of 1. Kind of bobbled that snap, kind of disrupted the play a little bit there. .245 and counting here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, times big difference in the first quarter this week and last week. This quarter has flown by.
Yeah.
Last week it lasted like an hour.
It was the longest
Yeah, it was 33-0 at the end of the first quarter. Jackson shotgun, man in motion. That's Holland. Fake the handoff. Alec follows behind. Got room to run. Cuts back to his left. Jackson cuts outside and is going to be taken down. Out of bounds. First down and 10, I believe. Close to it.
Yep.
Jeff.
Chains are moving.
Chains are moving. All right, in case you didn't see the pregame when we had our trivia question, it stems from a catch made by a Lion receiver on a Hail Mary pass against Meeker in 1992. Tell us again who that receiver was for 3 free cones. Compliments at Tone, Dre, Boudreaux T. Wilson, I guess, Dre, and Jeff. We're going to have to go 4. We got to get Brett in there. We got to get him a cone, too. 4 cones. Ooh. Not sure if that was about caught, intercepted, or D, all the above.
It looks all like all of the above. It actually looked like Cruz had it first, and Ty had it, and then it almost went into Meeker's hands right there. So,
yeah, it looked like it came out of Alec's hands a little funny. The ball wasn't spiraling. It was kind of wobbly. And
kind of like that one he threw on the sideline over there that time?
Very, very similar, not quite that high, but yeah, just kind of floated it a little bit there.
Look for Estes over the middle.
All right.
Carson on the carry, almost a horse collar tackle. Yeah. Carson still on his feet, fighting.
Yeah, another good hard run there by Carson. Clag, he, fighting through that first and second contact, just refuses to go down, fighting for every yard he can get. Looks like we're going to have third.
Man, I didn't think this was third. I thought this was fourth.
I did too.
I thought we had the little bobbled snap. Mm-hmm. I thought we had the play over here on the left, the incomplete. That play run by Carson.
I can't see the down marker. The scoreboard says third down, but down marker.
Toss out to Carson. Doesn't matter. He's got room to run. Cut it out, Carson. Touchdown, Lions! Woo! Carson Clag from 16 yards out. Strike up the band.
Went low. Smart decision. Made the tackle.
Dixon Comets, another Comets. Thank you for my own personal legal counsel in-house, Amanda Gentry, for that. Offsides penalty, and that will move back The Dragons 5 more yards. The Beavers and the Utes is a pretty good nickname matchup too.
That's a great nickname matchup for sure. Do we have any Beavers in Oklahoma?
Just the Beaver.
Just
Dusters.
Beaver, the Duster. Which the Duster is a great undervalued mascot, by the way.
How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
He's got himself a Three Musketeers.
That's a solid candy bar. You eat the outside first, and then nugget afterwards.
Killoffer rolling to his right under pressure,
That's picked.
and it is an interception.
It's my guy, Riker Sanner.
Sanner with another play, made several on that possession, and so first stop of the game for the Comets.
Big time job there by Velma. They get the score, they get the ball back, put another one on the board, and we'll have ourselves a game here early in the first quarter. I guess late in the first quarter.
We need to ask Vegas Kerr what the total is in this game tonight. The over-under. 98. Okay.
That's pretty high, Vegas. We're almost through a quarter.
Dewar switches up their defense a little bit, and a different look against this four-receiver formation, and they get a stop after a gain of about 4 yards.
Man, I'll tell you what, Velma has some electric athletes out on the edge. They've got great speed. Obviously, you just, looking at Dewar, you definitely don't want to try to run at them.
Second down and 8. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Strickland is going to run. Boy, that hole opened up pretty big, but was swallowed up very quickly. And a nice play made by Dominic Celestine.
These two linebackers for Dewar, man, they sure look the part, don't they?
They do. There's a lot of really, really good-looking kids out here on both sides. No mystery why these teams are both ranked in the top 5.
Not afraid of the weight room, I can tell you that.
That will do it. That's the end of the first quarter. Take a quick break. 16-6 in favor of Dewar. You're watching the Skordle Game of the Week.
Erase that first down game.
And nice. What's so interesting, too, is that, Newcastle-Blanchard, a Tri-City rivalry, this is I think the second or third year that Blanchard and Newcastle have played in the past, 10. I mean, it's been a while since they've been matched up in district play, and this will be the third year before they get remixed up.
Like you mentioned, 19-0 win for Blanchard last year at home. As Burke on 2nd and 10 drops the throw, has time, fires over the middle, pass caught. 45 slipping a tackle in midfield. Terrence Johnson makes the tackle at the 45-yard line in Blanchard territory, but not before a nice gain for Rex Heskew from Burke. That's a gain of 22 on the play.
Much like that touchdown pass play in the beginning drive for Blanchard, it's all about that Newcastle front giving that Newcastle quarterback enough time to make that play. That he had it all day back there. Made a really good throw in the middle of the field.
1st and 10 Newcastle, handoff to Bradford, and not much there. He is driven backwards by Gage Ellison after a gain of just 1 from the 45 down to the 44.
I'm already thinking about, Newcastle kicking and, how the Shawnee game, we really were really close to maybe getting a game decided by a field goal here. Field goal here, excuse me. With this Newcastle kicking squad, you never think a lead up 2 or up 3 will be determined by just a touchdown.
2nd down at the 44, fake handoff by Burke, keeps it up the middle and barrels forward for about 4 yards to the 40. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 5 with 3:33 and ticking to go in this first quarter. 4-0 for Newcastle this year, 34-14 win over Weatherford, a really nice win to open the season, and 35-21 over Plainview on the road, 69-7 over Woodward, and 55-6 over Tecumseh last week. So, team who hasn't given up more than 21 this year, down 14-7 right now. Burke, hands right up the middle, big hole to the 30, still on his feet to the 26-yard line. As
Grimes, a high putt into the night sky and waving his hand for a fair catch as Cutter Green, and he will make that at the 33-yard line, or correction, the 23-yard line, and that's where the Demons will have it with 11:48 to go here in the first half.
Well, you definitely got a number 3 Metro Christian against number 5 Perkins Tryon, a scoreless initial quarter, and there's still a little bit time to break the ice. Somebody with a big play is going to get the momentum going this way, and it looks like the home team Perkins might have something. I expect a lot of heavy running there in the backfield by Trey Stevenson.
37 yards on that punt. 1st and 10. Demons at their own 37-yard line, moving from west to east here at McIlvain Stadium. Option right by the quarterback, Beck Smith, and Smith turns the corner and gets 3 as he'll dive down at the 26-yard line. 2nd down upcoming, and that takes us under 11.5 to play here with the first quarter.
Tackle by John Robato.
Didn't Styx do a song about him, Mr. Robato?
I think it's spelled just a little bit different.
I think you're right. 2nd and 7 on the 26-yard line. 11:11 to play here with the first half. Beautiful night. Pink skies overhead as the sun sets off to our left. Pistol-loaded left formation. The handoff will go to Trey Stevenson, and Stevenson picking his way for 4 yards out to the 26. It is Reedy, Wright, Odom, Caleb Reedy, a freshman, Ethan Dawson, a senior out there. We've seen Bryce Lightfoot of that offensive line as well, and they have done their best against that 3-man defensive front of Metro Christian.
You know, Stevenson, he picks his way through there. I'm thinking that he might be able to get even a few more yards with his big body, 230 pounds, against some of the smaller defenders at Tulsa Metro Christian. He just put his head down, get a couple more. Let's see if he'll carry this on 3rd down.
Perkins Tryon 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Neither team is converted. They go with a full diamond look at the backfield on 3rd and 3. Handoff in the backfield to Brayton Applegate. Nowhere to go. He's going to maybe get a yard on a forward progress spot to the 31, but still 2 yards short of the needed yardage to gain. And Mr. Robato, John Robato, 6 foot, 170-pound senior, up off the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, the first man there was Jack Milachik. He got the penetration, got a hold of the jersey, given no chance for Perkins Tryon to get to the sticks.
Right now they had the offense out. Dwayne Hudson says, nope, we're going to put it away. 9:45 to play here with the first half. Still no score. Right now is becoming a defensive battle. Let's see which team breaks first. In punt formation again is Dylan Davidson. He's a good one and gets his shortest punt of the night off. The up man comes making a racing catch on his knee at the 38-yard line, and that's where Metro Christian will have it.
And doing exactly what you said, just kind of running a few yards beyond the point and then coming back to it.
Looked like Brett Miller, number 32, out there trying to run those curl routes back in the day. 2nd down and long. Pursuit is on. Caught.
Man.
He's slippery.
And
then he keeps his head up looking down the field and just keeps finding open receivers in those
soft spots there.
Yep.
3rd down and 9. Line defense, love to see them come up with a play. I guess I could mute my ringer here. Melissa said, thank you for the birthday shout out. You're welcome, Mrs. Ward. 3rd and 9. Here come the Lions trying to disrupt something. Directing traffic, send a man deep. Still in pursuit, still going. Looks like he's going to finally have to throw it out of bounds, and it'll be 4th and long. Great job on the coverage downfield, fellas.
Yeah, great job there. Compton once again moving outside the pocket, buying some more time. But line coverage was solid on that play. Nobody to throw to.
I know it wasn't a sack, but I think that may be the first time he's landed on the ground tonight.
That was definitely a coverage incompletion, however, though.
Yeah,
that was a great job there. 4th down and long for Meeker. Don't do anything silly here. We ain't blocked a punt all year yet. Snap it over his head or something.
Oof.
Good job of getting that one away.
Pretty good kick.
Given the circumstances, is a really good kick. Change of possession will have it. Coming back, 9:59. You're watching Chandler football on ChandlerLions.tv.
Wood 14. This one, pretty good one.
How about that Oklahoma Bible Wacomas game, 12-8? That's an interesting one.
Someone on the app has already given Vilma a touchdown. It's like, I would know that this. I don't think we have a latency issue here. Kilhofer pulls it out and is still running, dragging Comets with him to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 10. Just going to be, I think, about a half yard shy of the first down. Sealing and Pond Creek Hunter, 14-6. Kilhofer hands it off to Corbin. Hey, look at Corbin still going. He runs low to the ground and with authority. Very difficult to get down. Did we have some? We had some disagreements on the uniform selection.
We got a we got a Comet vote because they don't like the fact that the numbers are not outlined on Dewar's side from a said coach that we won't mention.
Shaq?
Shaq's he's dreaming of his 8-man days.
But the uniform, I mean, I think the uniforms, they don't need the outline. They're very clear to see, and they're big, and that's, good for the broadcasters. Timeout for Dewar. We'll take it with.
Hard line, great run for Carson Clegg. Let's give him, say, 30 on that carry.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah, good run there. Good blocking up front by the O-line. And another big chunky yards for Chunky. Right?
He used to be Chunky for sure, and then he went to Chummy. He's got all kinds of nicknames. There's Cruz. There's Carson out front. Good run by Cruz. Okay, a little top 10 ESPN. Okay, I see you. Well, numero uno fan just messaged and said she's watching. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Who you got, Jerry? You got family members tune in to us?
No. Well, yeah. I think
in-laws.
You said, I think you said
Debbie
Greenfield. Yeah. My mother-in-law.
Yeah. Neighbor.
Sure, my father-in-law is probably watching as well. So shout out to them. Debbie and
Carson
Jerry
from the fullback position, gain of about 2. Man, that's a really tough tandem right there out of that I formation.
Yeah, yes, we talked about that, didn't we? Yeah, we talked about that last week. If we could see it, I don't think they ran it until we mentioned it, and they're doing it tonight, right? So that's on us. We made that call.
Let's do it.
I love it. I love it when they line up in the I, a little old school I formation with Carson. Carson at fullback, a little speed at the tailback position. I like it.
I like it a lot.
But I like the balance, they line up in the gun, they line up under center.
Yeah.
Look more traditional. Like right here, we got the pro I set.
Yep. Alec back, looking. Fumbles the ball.
Grab it.
Somehow gets it back. Woo. That's a couple times he's had a little bit of trouble hanging on to the pigskin tonight.
Yeah, right there, just trying to step up. Find somebody to throw to and loses the handle on it. Little perspiration on the hands, maybe causing some slippage.
Surely you're not going to give credit for that, are you, Dre? Slippage?
I like that one.
Pass out to Holland. Quick pass. Got blockers in front. Holland down the sideline. He could go. Woo! He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Waiting on the call. Out at the 1.
Dang.
Man, I thought he was in.
Yeah, it was close. I think if he'd have dove for it right there, I'm a little surprised he didn't. But if he dives for that pylon there in the front corner, he probably gets it. Got a chance for it anyway.
Hey, look, it's Sam. Gardner's goodies right there.
There he is. There he is.
And Ty Guest, the secondary defensive back that pushed him late. So after the play comes to an end, the line of scrimmage is down to the 24-yard line. And it's first down and 10, and Perkins just outside the red zone. This is the deepest penetration of the night for either Demons or the Patriots, with 8:44 to go in the first quarter. Trey Stevenson, all 6 foot, 230 pounds of him in the backfield. Offset to the left of Breck Smith. Smith, a quick throw, is going to float it up near side. Cutter Green, he made the adjustment for the touchdown. Cutter Green, inside the defensive back, just stepped around Preston Dixon, and the ball floated up to him perfectly, but a terrific adjustment for the senior wide receiver, and Perkins has struck first.
Yeah, because Dixon really not knowing where the ball is. That was just almost like a Hail Mary, Todd, just thrown up for grabs down toward the right pylon, but Cutter Green, who made the initial block to free Gajewski on the early play, did a great job adjusting, getting around the defender, and then pulling that ball in.
Gajewski set up the touch.
9 to go. Strickland going to run a little quarterback draw, and he is stopped at the 47-yard line. Several Dragons in on the stop. Dominic Celestine also assisting on the stop, Dominic Celestine.
Just anything trying to run the ball is tough on this Dewar line.
Cade Henderson, one of the ends over there on that side of the football. Naya Corbin, the other end. Motion from Talon Quick. Strickland is going to get the first down and more, and he pops free. He is at the 20, at the 15.
Great block.
Cuts across and scores. It looked like the Dragons had to stop, and somehow Strickland was able to wiggle out of it and turn on the Jets. Big fourth down touchdown.
Well, and how about the block out front by the wide receiver?
Big play. 7:13 to go. Makes it 22-18. Vegas Curves total is, I think, looking more likely. Strickland rolls to his right, and that ball is caught. Conversion is good. 22-20. 7:13 to go.
Or sideline.
I didn't see it either.
No matter where I'd have been sitting, I wouldn't have seen that one. Nonetheless, the Lions take over in great position at the 42-yard line in Meeker territory with 6:36 remaining here in the second quarter. Let's see if we can capitalize on the TO.
Yeah, finally forced a turnover. Haven't really forced a whole lot of turnovers in big spots, but right there, a big one. Go down and punch this one in and take a 2-score lead.
Alec rolling out, got time, being pursued from behind, sets his feet, got a man on the other side. Holland just couldn't quite get to it in time. Had Cruz down here too, but that was a good look at Holland. Holland had got behind his man, just threw it about 2 yards too far.
It looked like we had about 3 guys going vertical right there, just trying to go for the home run ball. Just couldn't connect. Holland kind of sitting around on that back side of the play. Not really expecting that ball to come to him, I don't think.
I'm not so sure that Alec couldn't have ran that one a little bit more there, Dre. Picked up some yards. Cruz in motion. Looked like he's trying to get it out to him. Jumps up and throws. Caught! Oh, no, I'm sorry. Man, looked like he had it. Holland again, the intended receiver, down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, Holland made a great adjustment on the ball that was kind of thrown to his back shoulder. Whether that was intentional or not, I don't know, but great adjustment, great effort, just couldn't haul it in.
Justin Jones is going to have to step up his PA game, fellas.
Nah. Justin does a great job.
Absolutely does a great job. He's been doing it quite a while. Cruz in motion once again. Carson the handoff, looking for the run. Carson getting away. He's gone. Carson on the run. He's going to make it 43 yards to the house. Carson Clegg, touchdown, Lions.
Little pass out in the flat. That's Ty Guess. 25, breaks a tackle. 30, first down to the 32. A high tackle, and he's rolled out of bounds by Caden Goodman. Boy, it was close to getting him by the headgear. The gain goes all the way for a first down out to the 32-yard line, so pick up a 13.
Yeah, Cutter Green had both hands on the helmet there on that throwdown. The side judge just looked the other way.
Line of scrimmage officially at the 33-yard line. 7:07 to play here in the first half. 7-0 Perkins. Two receivers to the near side, Isaiah Knapp and Ty Guess. Two receivers wide right. They empty the backfield. Now Sankey Lynch is going to line up as a flanker wide right. They throw to the near side. Wide open is Isaiah Knapp at the 45. First down out to the 48-yard line. And then diving down and making the tackle was Dylan Davidson. But Metro starting to find a little bit of rhythm on this drive.
Well, that was an outstanding call by Dwayne Hudson over there on Tulsa Metro Christian, realizing what Perkins' zone is doing. They're rotating, so Metro Christian sends the receivers right, keeps Isaiah Knapp back, hidden on the left sideline. As that rotation goes, they throw back against the grain wide open.
3 plays after facing 1st and 20. They moved upfield 38 yards. Another flat pattern for Ty Guess, and a good tackle that time. How about the job turned in by Carson Houston, who came up and read it perfectly and drops him for a yard loss, maybe 2, back to the 46-yard line.
Unbelievable play by Houston, and the reason is before the ball's thrown in the air, he's getting blocked and continued blocked. And when the receiver catches the ball, he's blocked. Houston ducks under the block at the same time, takes the legs out of the receiver.
Halfway through the second quarter, 7-0 Perkins try on. 3 receivers to the near side. Boy, can't tell how good of a job that was by Houston. If he gets by Houston, he has some running room. Grimm's on a blitz, runs away from it. He is nearly tackled by the jersey. He's turned around, now stays on his feet and has a first down into the Perkins territory at the 38-yard line. I think it was Cutter Green that had him, tried to get him by the jersey, and when he did, he kind of spun out of that and then had about 10 more yards before any of the Demons could get him to the ground.
Yeah, I think Wyatt Atkinson actually probably saved a touchdown with that late tackle. Brayton Applegate was one of the initial blitzers. He was there, but overran Grimes, and then Grimes got in front of that defensive pursuit and just picked his way for the big gain.
16-yard run, and now we get a timeout with 5.5 to play first half. Metro Christian to the move. Perkins leads 7-0 to this 3.
Kanaya Ritchie coming up and laying the wood to the receiver. That's number 25, Braden Dowdell.
Yeah, good job there, Ritchie, coming up, running back. They find another play there where we get him out in some space. Ritchie had him.
Like to thank Co-66 Conference Director Brad Seaborn, the AD here at Meeker, allowing us to come sit up tonight.
That's right.
I didn't know that we had co-people this year.
Well, it may be the first time ever. I don't know.
Boy, that screen was read well by the Lion defense. No gain. Was the unanimous vote for the
It was. Yep, everybody seemed to be okay with it. So
I think you should have worn your shirt. Should have had your shirt. By the way, Dre, let's find out who the other co-director of the conference is. I think he's sitting beside you.
Yeah, Mr. Seaborn and myself, we're gonna do our best not to screw things up. So how about that?
Pressure, pass out in the flat, nobody there. Carson in pursuit, gets around him, still going to be brought down. Good job coming up by Dylan Rodriguez. They've done a good job of just kind of waiting a little bit to find those receivers that are the running backs, right?
Yeah, we're doing a better job at the pressure on him, but it's still the reverse. They're reversing the ball on the other side of the field, and there's nobody home.
Yeah, they get the flow of everything moving one way, and then they've got that back sitting on the back side just waiting. And we've yet to find an answer for that. Seems to be open with some room to run just about every time.
Is that not a pretty harvest moon out there, Dre?
Oh, that's fake.
AI. Pass caught
Could
again.
be.
That's the Death Star.
Yeah.
That's no planet.
Manny Sabedo on the catch. Gain of about 7. No wonder everybody's howling out here tonight. Brett had some fangs a while ago. I didn't know what was going on, but I guess I know now with that moon over there. On the carry, that's number 33, Lynch. There's one of our camera guys right there. There's Zaylen, Kai.
Yep, there they are.
Got a good student group here tonight, Mr. Matheny.
Got a lot of Batman and we got Batman, Batgirl.
Saw Spider-Man around here.
Spider-Man.
That's a pretty heady play right there. Did you see that? As he was going out of bounds, he just flipped it underhanded out of bounds, incomplete. I mean, I'm surprised if it's superhero day that nobody dressed up as Jeff Matheny.
Well, we know why.
Oh, you're the superhero of the whole school?
He's no superhero.
You're trying to get a little bit
That's
more
fake
in your
news.
envelope for Christmas. That's
Yeah,
trying.
what in the world is going on?
I'm
over
trying
there?
to, I need all the brownie points I can get, okay? I fortunately have not been muted yet, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Well, the band's not here. So
Well, that's true, too.
Just wait.
But look what they left, though.
The symbols.
Back to pass, looking, Compton, still looking. Chaden in his face. Chaden coming after him. Gets blocked kind of in the back there, but not called. Pass is incomplete. Be 3rd down and 10.
Well, you can see the ends right there, Chaden on the far side. Not really pursuing, just kind of hanging back, kind of spying the quarterback, making sure to keep him contained. And doing a good job. It's just really, without that pursuit, giving him a little bit too much time to survey the field and find the open man.
Guys, I'm looking down the way here at our crowd, and there's a good crowd of good contingent Lion fans here.
Way back to the 34, sets up a screen over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted again at the 49-yard line. And who was it? I think it was Carson Houston. It was number 6 who had a good play earlier on this drive that picks Grimes off, and that's interception number 2 for Grimes tonight.
Well, you're 3rd and 18. Perkins knows that, there's no running backs in the backfield tonight for Tulsa Metro anyway. So there's nobody even within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. All the pass rushers are upright, and they try to time the snap on the pass rush. So everybody in the 2nd and 3rd tiers, they're just looking for a pass. Houston just reads it, jumps right in front of the pass for the pick.
At the 49-yard line, the Demons take over their own end of the field, trying to build on a 7-0 lead in what, for all practical purposes, is the 3 District 1 championship game. Handoff running right is Brayton Applegate, and he's able to pick up 3 to the 48 of Metro Christian. When you really don't even have the threat of a run game right now, that plays into what Perkins is trying to do on defense.
Yeah, and Perkins has, all the momentum, and until there is something, at least, like you said, no threat of a run game, at least Grimes is going to have to run it sometimes, and he is a good athlete that can run. But Perkins, great job by Dwayne Hudson, just playing the pass, knowing that's all that's coming.
Second quarter late, Cassia Hall leading Tulsa Central 20-0. Handoff on 2nd down to Brayton Applegate, and he's going to lose 2 of the 3 back that he gained on 1st down. Back to midfield, John Roboto was the first of about 3 defenders there for the Patriots, and that'll take us under 3.5 minutes to play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9, and again, 3rd down conversions or the lack thereof on both sides of the football have been key in this ball game.
Yeah, I thought Perkins might go for the throat with the turnover, even building more momentum with that interception by Houston. But 2 slow developing run plays. Now you're in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Wide receivers left and right. They have 2 to the near side, 2 split left, 1 to the backfield. Snap goes back to Beck Smith. Smith looking right, moving left, throws. Receiver has the ball. Cutter Green with a catch for a first down. If it stands at the 39-yard line, there's a flag back down near the pocket of Beck Smith, so that may be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, nice pass by Smith.
That's exactly what it is, hold against the Demons. So Perkins Tryon has not made the amount of mistakes that Metro Christian has, but they make a big one here on what would have been a 3rd down and 9 conversion catch. Instead, the line of scrimmage is going to go back to the 40, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 19 with 3:01 to play here in the first half, 7-0 Perkins Tryon.
I wouldn't be surprised if Perkins Tryon runs a draw here, because with 3:01 before halftime, up 7-0 at 3rd and 20, you want the clock to run, to try to run this clock. Now, you do not want an incomplete pass where Tulsa Metro Christian's passing game get back on the field.
Smith walks up behind the line of scrimmage. Now he retreats, gets the snap. Here comes the pressure. He floats one over the middle, and the ball is caught. And down the middle of the field to the 45 to midfield, and tackled to the 48-yard line goes Wyatt Atkinson, and it's going to bring up 4th down at about 9. So he got 10 of that screen pass. And Metro Christian, let's see if they get the ball back on a punt or if Dwayne Hudson keeps the offense out there.
Well, I would think you'd have to punt and keep that momentum going, but they're not.
4th down and 7 from the Metro Christian 48-yard line. Play clock is down under 10. Game clock is winding towards 2:15 to play. Now Beck Smith quickly gets up behind the line, and they're going to snap it, or will they? Nope, they're trying to draw Metro Christian off, and now they'll spend a timeout. Boy, it looked like he was going to pull the trigger and get the snap back from Odom. Good discipline that time by the Patriots, though, and Perkins burns a timeout. We'll step aside for these messages. 2:06 to play before the break. 7-0 Perkins Tryon over Tulsa Metro Christian here in the High Plains.
Cherokee on top of Balco Forgan, 40-6. This is normally a lot of Class B programs, an off week because kind of a chance to regroup before district play begins next week. A lot of teams play the week 0.
See that in Class A too as well. A lot of teams are off in Class A, I believe, this week.
So it's a little bit of a slow week in this class. This is definitely the game, I think, of the week to highlight.
How's that Blanchard-Newcastle game going?
I'll have to check that out.
Check real quick. Over at our other game of the week, it's still 7-0.
Guthrie 28, Piedmont 0.
Man.
Preston Poole, colleague from the Sports Animals, covering that Newcastle Blanchard game tonight. They had that inflatable racer. He said it took him 45 minutes to blow it up.
No flag on the play.
Blanchard 14.
Newcastle defensive play. We thought they might try to draw them off sides and then punt. Instead, they pull the trigger, and they lose all the way back to the end of the field of the 47-yard line.
And, you flip the momentum, and you got such a prolific passing game with Grimes. I was so proud of Dwayne Hudson and Bryce Hoggett, the offensive coordinator for Perkins. They purposely did that screen and then ran that ball. Took the timeout right before the clock, got it down to 2 minutes where Grimes would have only less than 2 minutes, but now – that would be in their own territory. They're on the 47 of Perkins with 2 minutes to go.
Each team with one timeout remaining. 48 yards, one timeout, 2 minutes. Not very far for Jackson Grimes in this offense. He'll roll right on first down for the 45. Now he's going to run. Angles right, is out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of the Demons. So the run will be minimal, but it's going to bring up second down. He also stops the clock with 1:53 to play before the break.
Yeah, that was only 3.5, 4 yards, but Grimes and Tulsa Metro's got to do that because Perkins has such a good pass rush knowing there's no running back. So I'm expecting that head coach Jared McCoy for the Patriots, too, needs to call a couple of quarterback draws. Not in this situation. There's only a minute 53 left.
2nd and 6 at the Demons' 44-yard line for the Patriots. Back to throw, Grimes. Quick throw out over the middle. The ball caught. Again in traffic at the 38-yard line, and he spins down to the 35. That will stop the clock for the movement of chains as he does pick up the first down, and he being Preston Dixon, who was targeted for a 4th time here in the first half.
Another good pass by Jackson Grimes in between 2 defenders. That's sometimes when you're in that zone defense, one guy said, hey, maybe my teammate's going to take it, and nobody's breaking on the ball for Perkins. Somebody's going to have to read the eyes of Grimes, kind of like Houston did with that last interception.
Clock begins to roll. 1:36 in Canada play. First half, 7-0 Perkins in a matchup of 3 versus 5 here this Friday night. They blitz up the middle. Grimes runs away from initial contact and then gets back to the line of scrimmage and is swallowed under for no gain. And it was Hagan Cundiff that looked like he was fired out of a rocket, one dog, and almost got Grimes, but he slowed it down enough for that defensive line to finish.
Well, that's the 3rd or 4th time that Cundiff has timed the snap perfectly. He's in the second tier behind the initial lineman in the linebacking core, and he runs up knowing, it's almost like he knows what the snap count is.
2nd and 10 to the 35. Rolling left, Grimes has time to throw as a receiver wide open near side. That snap at the 19 cuts right to the 15, and Isaiah Knapp is down to the 14-yard line on a 21-yard catch, and there's a Demon down that looks like it's Dylan Davidson right where the tackle occurred at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's the 2nd time that Grimes moves a little bit to the right, then throws way to the backside. As that zone defense shifts, Knapp just hangs around by the numbers or towards the sideline for an open catch.
They are looking at Dylan Davidson, the 6', 165-pound senior, and I'll tell you, Perkins, for a lot of reasons, better hope that Dylan is not severely injured because he plays well in the backfield. He's a big weapon offensively, and he's also your special teams weapon. He's been a good one. Isaiah Knapp picks up 21 on 2nd and 10 for the 35 to put Metro Christian into the red zone. Perkins try out at the 14. That's his 2nd catch of the night, and that's a good sign as Dylan is able to walk off. You can see on his own power, it's a short walk to the Perkins try-on sideline. Knapp had 1 catch last week for 18. That went for 21. He has 2 catches for over 40 yards here in the first half. So the thing about this Metro Christian offense, they have a ton of weapons on the perimeter.
Yeah, I was very surprised that Perkins trying with a 7-0 lead went for that back in their own territory, got stopped on their own 47. Now Tulsa Metro Christian's looking to tie this game up with 48 seconds to play.
Clock rolling. In the backfield is Sankey Lynch, the 165-pound junior. Now he motions right. Moving left to right is Caden Goodman. Rolling that way, Grimes. Plants now is looking for a throwback, and he does to the near side. It's caught behind the line to the 10 to the 5. Cuts right. Still going near the pylon. That's Blake Parmley, and Parmley is going to be stopped just outside the goal line at the, now they're saying the 2-yard line. So he gets a dozen. And this is what I'm talking about with that high-powered offense. 2 minutes is not a short period of time for this offense.
Well, only for 47 yards to go, and Parmley just a screen along, kind of a prevent defense by Perkins trying way back, allowing Parmley to catch the ball and run.
Grimes under center from the 1-yard line, a hard count. Now he gets it. He turns up off the right end, and he's dropped. Did not get there. He's denied just outside the goal line, and will get a timeout with 4 seconds to play. Were you a little surprised, Scott, they elected to run the football just for that reason? Now you have 1 crack left at it in the end zone, probably with a pass.
Yeah, I was surprised, but great play by Wyatt Atkinson there. He read, of course, you don't have to worry about a pitch. It's just the quarterback, Jackson Grimes. Great job by Atkinson, reading, not going for the juke, and then wrapping up Grimes, forcing that timeout, like you said, 1 chance left. I kind of like the call in a way because you pass so much and you throw in a run, you might catch them off guard. You do have a timeout left, so either way, there's only going to be 2 plays
left.
With
that formation, though, you weren't going to fool many people. Everybody was in tight. Grimes, who's out of the gun, goes under center. 4 seconds to play. We're in a timeout. It's the final timeout for the Patriots here in the first half. I'll recap the scoring and show you a little of the band here at halftime on the Skordle Game of the Week presented by High Plains Insurance.
What's going on here? Am I missing something somewhere?
He's at the 1.
Hey, now they're going to give it to him?
Yeah, late signal.
Wow.
It looked like from here there wasn't any doubt about it, didn't it?
Well, I couldn't tell if he made it to the end zone, if he ran out just shy of the cone, but
yeah, the line judge on this side, it just took him a while to get down the field and make the signal. I just figured maybe one of the back judge there probably.
Speaking of referees, I failed to mention Jason Allen message from Durant on that crew tonight, Mr. Harlan Burgess.
All right. Didn't know he was doing high school games now.
Yeah. 2-point conversion is good. Makes our score with 4 seconds remaining before halftime, 28-14.
.329 to go in the first half. Velma, see if they can get a stop here and retake some of the momentum. They're going to be holding on the play, and this one's coming back. Look at the moves made by Corbin. Corbin stiff arms the defender, Strickland. What a play.
Well, and this possession is going the wrong way if you're Dewar.
So can you calculate this since you've got the Fairview?
I'm going to say
diploma?
that it's second down and Velma Alma. They're literally about where Velma Alma came from.
He said second and 23 over the PA here.
It's further than that.
That's not right. They got to get to the 45 from the second and
or the 28. Yeah. Ooh, they got him too.
Long pass, intercepted.
Lobbed up too much.
Threw up the wheel route and it's picked off. And a good play from the free safety back there, Isaac Camarillo. And this puts the Comets in really good shape here before half.
Well, and Kilhofer just put way too much air under that ball. He had a man there quick. Great job by the safety, playing center field and picking it off. And, hey, look at it. Look what we got here. Velma's right where they want to be. Just down 10 here, about to punch it in.
Strickland trying to get away, and he can't. Stopped. Great penetration from the Dewar defensive front.
That was Henderson again.
Those edge players are really tough for Dewar.
And one thing about what Velma has had success with, the quick passing game stuff, when you get down in this condensed end zone, condensed area, it kind of shrinks what you can do. Makes it a little tougher on the offense.
Second down at 13. Strickland is going to throw, and more good defense from Dewar as they get there to wrap up Walker. And it looks like the Dragons defense is stepping up to the occasion after the turnover.
Great job of the linebackers there in pursuit on that pass. Last time they were a little bit late. Walker made them pay, but this time they were right there.
Walker took big hit. That play, he's got his hands on his hips. Clock running at 1:38 to go in the first half. Strickland over the middle and incomplete. Let's see what got a penalty flag here. Holding. Probably be declined. And it'll bring up fourth down and 15. 1:23 to go, and the Comets will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Come back for a really important play here before the end of the first half. It's Dewar 36, Velma Alma 26 on the Skordle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
No, we're going to make a deep run in football, but we'll be ready. I'm excited about this season, upcoming season.
That's outstanding, and great participation for the football team. So it looks like,
yes,
you know, a lot of the if you're in school in Velma, Alma, you're participating in athletics of some kind.
Yes, we do have good numbers this year for sure in all of our sports, and football team is up over 30, and that hasn't happened very many years I've been at Velma. And, got a good young sophomore class, is a big number of them, so we have it going for a few more years.
How's the school adapting to the 8-man ranks?
Well, everybody likes it. You know, when we discussed it, 5 years ago,
through the coverage. Thank you to everyone for sticking through us with the streaming troubles and on 104.5 Classic Rock. As of right now, our Wi-Fi seems to be in the clear. Oh, so we should be
Come
all
on,
good.
Drake.
Sorry about that.
Kicked over my binoculars, my man. Just messing with you. You break them, you buy them.
I know. That's why I'm checking.
Those are antiques.
The Newcastle crowd seemed to be a little bit weary of.
Did you notice
12
did
men
it look
on the
like
field?
Blanchard had 12 on the field?
when I counted at the very end before we went to break, I saw 11. Now
but that was
may have been
the play after.
Right.
Yeah.
That may have been a different story before. Regardless, that is a missed call. And you know what? I'll say it. A little bit of a make-up call from the no call that was supposed to be a fumble on Newcastle, the backwards pass. So,
See what Newcastle does here on 4th down and 2. 10 seconds to go. Here's the thing. If they don't get it, we know Carson Cooksey with the wind at his back can throw the ball into the end zone.
True. We've seen it many times before, both to Brayson Carter and to Court Pierce. That lone Piedmont touchdown for them and that loss to Piedmont came on a last-second heave to Court Pierce in the end zone.
4th and 2 at midfield for Burke at quarterback. Hard count. Nobody jumps for Blanchard. Now I think Burke is going to punt this one away. Takes the snap and he does punt it away. It's a good punt. Bounces down inside the 20. And Newcastle lets the clock run out for the first half, and that's how the first half ends. 14-10 our halftime score. Blanchard with the lead. All the points came in the first quarter. Drake, your thoughts at halftime of this Tri-City rivalry matchup?
It was with us not being here last year, I was intrigued to see what kind of Newcastle was going to bring. I thought it was going to be more of a power run style offense, and most of their successes come through the air, so that's a little bit surprising. But for Blanchard, I really think you're getting whatever you want. The problem is you're kind of stepping over your own feet, and it's kind of hard to navigate. There's been some drives where they've gotten some really good yardage, and then it's been kind of debunked by either an interception or maybe some penalties that you caused. I think if you can clean up those small little errors, I think you're going to be cruising to victory here, because this Newcastle defense, when you've been able to get on those runs, hasn't really been able to have an answer. It's just if you can stop making yourself make those errors.
Halftime score 14-10. Blanchard with the lead. The 2 Blanchard touchdowns, a 48-yard touchdown catch by Hudson Perryman from Carson Cooksey. The extra point was no good, and then after Blanchard led 6-0. alive. Welcome in. What a beautiful night. We do have a great performance going on from the Blanchard band right now. I want to thank everyone who's been with us tonight. That team brought to by Blanchard. I can certainly thank them for all of the other sponsors here in Big shout out to Blanchard Eye Care. That's how sponsor has been with us since the beginning, right?
Yeah, Blanchard Eye Care, 2 years strong, as long as we've been doing this cold dog and shrimp show. But I don't want to bury the lead anymore during halftime. We have some scores to get through around the league, don't we?
Yeah, let's see if the guys feel ready. Let's start with this team where it's a absolute class and a halftime pass. Oh, I have never said it. It's definitely how about this? Look at this.
Yeah.
Can't really see that. 7-0 at halftime.
I'll be honest. The entire year we've been doing this, there hasn't been really a whole long period that's really been like, wow, okay, could be potential upset. Not saying that's going to happen, but it's an interesting score.
Those are the scores in the district right now. Some of the other scores from around Class 4A tonight. Weatherford leads Woodward 15-0 at halftime. It's Sallisaw 21-3 over Stillwell at the half. Wagner leads Uliga 17-0. Poto up big at halftime. Dale 35. Rokenberg 20-14 over Fort Gibson. It's Cushing 28, Catoosa 6 at halftime. 18-7 is the score in Skyatook, where Cleveland leads Skyatook. 42-0. Cash leads Southeast at halftime. 7-0 McLean leads Miami. 6-0 over Elk City. And Ada leads Hilldale by a score of 7-0 at halftime. Those scores around Class 4A. Chickasha also beat John Marshall last night by a score of 49-28.
Yeah, I was saying a little bit during the pregame, well, the little bit of pregame that we had, that, you know, last year going into that Tuttle game, not trying to put the cart before the horse here, but Tuttle really good in a lot of different places last year. I think a really complete team. And when you talk about, you know, what they look like this year, obviously that game last year didn't have McAdoo, a big mover and shaker for them in both the offensive and the defensive side. This year, I think it might just, you know, I'm not saying it's just McAdoo, but I think it's a lesser full team than what we saw last year from Tuttle. So I'm really intrigued next week. But with that being said, Newcastle's, we got to take care of business here first. And that kind of starts with not shooting yourself in the foot, making the job harder for you than it already is.
Blanchard finishing up their halftime performance. I want to thank some more of our sponsors tonight, First United Bank and Mortgage. And by the way, that halftime scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage.
Absolutely.
Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air, they are our touchdown sponsor, and they have sponsored a few touchdowns tonight, a 48-yarder from Hudson Perryman on a catch from Carson Cooksey, and then a 94-yard kick return by Brayson Carter. And then our starting lineup sponsor tonight, Bragway Insurance. Our injury report was brought to you by Hometown Healthcare as well. Some of our other sponsors tonight, the LB Realty Group, Casa de Wolf Design, Sutterfield Surveying, Coops Performance Gym, Quick Wrench, 10 Arrows Roofing, Craig and Straight Orthodontics, and Keeler Custom Homes. And just a reminder, if you want to be a part and sponsor Blanchard High School football, or you know what, I would just say just in general, Drake, if someone wants to advertise on Tyler Media Station, they should give you a call, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach me at 405-365-6672, 405-365-6672. It's almost kind of ingrained in my brain now from all the cold calls that I make anyways during the job. But, yeah, we really just want to shout out our sponsors, especially those who have been with us for the past 2 years that we've been doing this whole operation, and a big shout out to the sponsors that have been newly acquired, newly formed coming into this year. But with that being said, I would like to shout out something that we only got a little bit to talk about going into one of the drives for Blanchard. 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro tomorrow night from 7 to 9 will be hosting their first trivia night for the fall. We plan on having 3 in the fall at the last Saturday of every single month. There are limited tables available, probably around 2 or 3 for a full party of 5, I would say. We've done a really, really good job of getting those tables filled out. There's going to be a really
Well, Perkins Metro Christian so talented on defense, and they run down up and down the line of scrimmage, making it tough on a lot of things because Perkins likes to throw some of those double screen passes, a couple blockers, and that's actually what Gajewski broke free from, was one of those little side screens. Nice block by Cutter Green early, but Perkins is going to have to spread their defense out a little bit with a deep pass, whether it's incomplete or not. And then I think you want to get the ball to Stevenson. Stevenson's just a steamroller, one of the bigger kids in all of high school football. When you're close to 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, and have some speed, they had a lot of success with Stevenson. Let's see a lot of him in the second half.
Second half coming up. It'll be Perkins Tryon football in a 7-7 game when we return here on Skordle.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief.
Bryce Storms that is going to kick the football off to get the second half underway. Perkins will move from east to west here in the second half, and here is Storms approach, and it's a sky kick to the near side, and it hits the hands of one of the upmen and dove on, I believe, by Perkins. I think Hayden Cundiff was the one that had his hands on it, but it looked like that it hit Austin Wright. And fortunately for the Demons, they are able to recover, and they'll start near their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pooch kick, kind of a semi-onside kick, Todd, looking like that. Blue, very mishandled by the initial line of defense or return team for Perkins.
Here we go. Beck Smith in the first half, 7 of 8 passing for 77 yards and a touchdown. Opens with a single setback in the backfield. Wide receivers left and right. The give to Stevenson out of an ankle tackle. He's across the 40, dives down to the 43-yard line, giving 9 of the first play from scrimmage. Great blocking by that offensive line on the first snap.
And then Austin Dixon for Metro Christian dove at the feet at the line of scrimmage of Trey Stevenson. Stevenson's so big and strong, he kind of angled his body away from that tackle, got 9 yards.
9 yards to the 43-yard line. The ball at the near side hash, opening plays of the second half at a 7-7 tie. 45 seconds deep into the third quarter. Single setback again is Stevenson. They're going to call his number again, and he runs for a first down. He ran into Roboto and then drove him backwards. Ty Guest was there as well. A gain from the 44 to the 46 refreshes the down marker.
And the initial block by Malachi Brandon, doing a good job of just bracketing his defender out toward the left side, opening up the way for an easy first down for Stevenson.
60 seconds and counting gone here in the third quarter, along with Scott Wanish. Ella and Camden, I'm Todd Miller, the crew with you tonight from Perkins. And for Ella and Camden, they deserve a short commute tonight to work. Motion man left to right of the formation. Cutter Green, they hand it again to Stevenson, and he bullies his way for 4 yards to midfield. Last week, the Lovebirds went all the way down to Marlow, a 2-hour trip. They've also been out to Winoka this year for an 8-man game, O'Keene and Winoka. Pretty impressive that they get the short commute from Stillwater to Perkins here tonight.
It's 9 miles. That's a very, very short commute. Running behind Malachi Brandon, who's on the right side of the line. He pulled the previous play for 9 yards beforehand.
Second down and 6 from midfield. They're going to go with a full diamond look in the backfield. The snap to Breck Smith. He's going to run right. He's in trouble, cuts inside, and somehow is able to pick up 3 yards to the 47. Boy, he made a silk purse out of a sow's ear there, because it looked like Metro Christian was going to get him all the way back at the Perkins 45-yard line.
And Beck Smith listed only at 5'8", 160 pounds. He might be 5'7 and a half, 151. And that was some tough offensive hitting. Putting his head down, helmet in the chest of some of those defenders. Great, tough running by quarterback Beck Smith.
Third down and 3 when it looked like it might be double digits on this third down conversion. Neither team did much on third down tries against the other's defense in the first half. Stevenson is in the backfield. They have a tight end right. They give it to Trey. Up the middle, first down. Trey Stevenson wrestled down on the 41-yard line, and there was a small seam of that right side, and that is all that Mr. Trey Stevenson needs to pick up 6 and refresh the chains.
Yeah, you asked me what was happening in the second half, and that's what we're seeing is a heavy, heavy dose of Trey Stevenson, and it looks like Perkins is going to just keep on doing that. You know, you run with Beck Smith with a big run, and then the rest of the runs, 4 or 5 by Stevenson. You're chewing up the clock and a lot of ground. You get a touchdown here, that puts a lot of pressure on Metro Christian.
3:15 gone already here in the third quarter, a 7-7 tie. They go with a full diamond look again. Smith walks up behind the line of scrimmage. Now he's going to hand it off on a sweep left. That's Applegate outside the numbers. He's to the 20. Applegate cuts right to the 15, and he's wrestled down from behind. The flag comes into the end of the play, and I'll tell you what, had it not been for the extraordinary effort that time from Nathan Jackson, he goes all the way for the touchdown, and I think Jackson may have got him inside the shoulder pads, which would be a horse collar.
Outstanding play designed by Perkins Tryon. You have 2 running backs in front of Applegate coming in motion to the left side, then the last trailing running back, Applegate, going left.
Run ends at the 11. It is a personal foul face mask against Metro Christian. So the ball now will come to a rest at the 5-yard line. With the run and with the penalty, it turns out to be a 36-yard play for the Demons, and they are knocking here on the opening drive of the second half, trying to break a 7-7 tie. Hand off to Stevens up the middle, bangs his way in for the touchdown. Boy, he looked like a man. Went right behind Austin Wright, Jake Odom, and the right guard, Caleb Reedy, and he just pinballed his way into the end zone, and Stevenson reaches pay dirt for the 7th time on the ground this year.
Yeah, Corbin Reedy and Bryce Lightfoot both pushing the defenders to the right. Stevenson kind of sidesteps back to the left of those blockers, right up the middle of the gut. Easy, not one pass, Todd, for Perkins Tryon. Great drive, chewing up the clock.
You're right. It was Lightfoot out there at right guard that helped clear the way. Here's Dylan Davidson, who's on for the extra point. Low snap, ball down. Davidson's kick is on the way, and it's good. Good to see Dylan Davidson back out there to begin the second half after he was shaken up in the second quarter. Timeout. What a drive by the Demons, as they go 66 yards all on the ground and take a 14-7 lead. Back after these messages, it's our game of the week.
Bad snaps, and that's about as well as you can do on a play like that. Corbin gets outside, and another nice gain.
Great job by the big guys up front.
That's just like you had advised. Corbin, not much running room there. He will have enough for the first down. They will move the chains. Just as you pointed out, this is a pretty picture-perfect drive for Dewar, able to keep their defense over here on this side of the field and perhaps potentially tire out a little bit, get some knocks in on these guys for Velma that are playing on both sides of the football.
Over at our other game of the week, Perkins leads Metro Christian 14-7 the third quarter. And Marlowe Lone Grove's a good game right now, 14-7. Marlowe leads in the third quarter.
Lone Grove took their first loss last week against Heritage Hall.
They are good.
Marlowe remains unbeaten.
$9:18 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of time being ticked off.
Corbin takes the handoff, and Velma is right there to make the stop. Good defense for the Comets. Caden Lyle, one of the two defenders, up to make the tackle. Third down and 7 to go. Kilhoffer's going to keep it. Pitches on the option. Great tackle made on the Comets defensively. That was Slade Strickland. Comes up to make the stop. And it'll be 4th down and 6 to go.
Great stop.
Big play here for the Dragons. Dragons have never trailed in this game. Up 4. Kilhoffer going to throw, has his man, and it's caught for the first down. Big conversion for the Dragons, who have kept it primarily on the ground in this series, but they pick up a big first down through the air.
And a great play call there by Dewar to get Kilhoffer out on the boot. And a great route to the first down marker for a first down.
First down and goal to go for the Dragons. Kilhoffer going to keep it. And he is tackled. Comets defense looks a little bit better here in the second half.
Doing a much better job against the run. They haven't let any busts happen, but still, this is the exact kind of drive, if you're Dewar, that you want. Shorten this game, let that clock tick down. It's been difficult for them to stop Velma defensively.
Both of these teams with several contributors that are young. Corbin gets hit and dropped back. Riker Sander with another tackle.
That guy's got 10-plus tackles for sure. Vegas Kerr's point total is in jeopardy right now.
Well, they've come in bunches at times.
That's true.
I think it hit this one right on the number. Third down to goal. Kilhoffer hands it to Corbin, and he's in for the touchdown. So the Dragons retaliate, going the length of the field and have the advantage.
To me, you got it snapped with less than a second on the play clock. So instead of being third and about a yard, it's going to be 3rd and 6. And the line of scrimmage back at the 37-yard line. Metro Christian tonight, Juan Dog, has had some very poor penalties at the wrong times.
Boy, that is very costly, and it even helps getting the crowd in. Remember when Perkins had that initial TD, the crowd was in it, then they went for 4th down, lost the crowd, touchdown for Metro Christian. Come out of locker room, just smash mouth football, running all the way down the field for the TD, and the crowd is here.
One of the coaches was urging on the crowd after that penalty. 3rd and 6 at the 37-yard line. Grimes to throw. Has time. Floats one up near side, and the ball is incomplete. He was looking that time for Preston Dixon, who's been his favorite target. Preston Gajewski was right there with him, but there was very little a chance of that throw being completed because of the way it was placed.
Yeah, it was just one of those guesses. Just throw it up there and hope, but it went out of bounds because Gajewski really didn't know where the football was. He had his back to the quarterback. It's a good thing that ball was just way off target.
Next week, Perkins Triumph celebrates homecoming here against Anadarko. Metro Christian will be on the road at McLeod. Here is the punt from Grimes, and it's into the wind. It's a wobbly punt. And coming up to make the catch, he fumbled at that time, was Cutter Green, but one of the Demons fell on the football at about the 38-yard line. You could see that one coming from all the way up here as recovering the fumble was Ethan Anderson.
See, Green, he had the right idea, but once you hesitate, you can't go run and chase and try to make a shoestring catch. He wanted to catch it to save all that field position, but he hesitated, and that's where he fumbled.
Officially, that drive, and it felt like it was a lot longer than that, took just under 1 minute off the clock. Began with 8:31. It ends with 7:42. Perkins leading 14-7, takes over the 37. Hand off to Stevenson again, and he fights his way towards the 40 and then is pushed backwards. We'll give him 3 on forward progress. Second down upcoming, and we are under 7.5 minutes now to play in the third quarter.
First guy at the point of attack was Orrin Palmer. He's 6'4", 280 pounds, slowed Stevenson down, and then his fellow teammates come out behind to push Stevenson backward.
Winding towards 7 minutes, stack formation of 3 receivers to the near side. They show blitz to the Patriots. And now Beck Smith is going to back out of the play and look over to the near side and get the play call from the offensive coordinator, Bryce Hockett. One back set is Trey Stevenson. Stevenson gets the handoff. He has a first down and more. Stevenson to the 40, to the 30, to the 20-yard line. Stevenson to the 15. And another touchdown-saving tackle comes at the 13-yard line by 2 Patriot defenders who were in hot pursuit.
Yeah, Blake Parmley is the one that had the feet of Stevenson. I like that play by Perkins trying. They're really mixing up the running game. They usually have some of those slower developing plays. That was a quick hitter to Stevenson right off tackle on the right side.
47 yards, and he is threatening his second straight 100-yard game. In the first half, Perkins rushed for 38 yards as a team, and all 38 belonged to Trey Stevenson. First down inside the red zone for the Demons, trying to take a 2-score lead over visiting and third-ranked Tulsa Metro Christian. Again, the handoff goes to Stevenson. This time they clamp down on him, and he is ridden down by Taylor Anglin, a 5'8", 195 pound,
Jack Michalak.
Yep. That's right. Looked at the wrong roster. So it's going to be second down and 10. No gain at the 13-yard line.
6'3", 244 pounds. Jack Michalak matching some of that size with Trey Stevenson. Got Stevenson right around the waist where he just couldn't get those legs moving forward, stopped him, pulled him back.
You know what? That's impressive to get him by the legs and get him down one-on-one. Halfway through the third quarter here in Perkins, 14-7, and the Demons are driving. And a timeout now coming up as the play clock was getting late. Make that 5:37 to play third quarter.
Hefner on the tackle. It'll be fourth down from the 23, 4th down and 4.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Talked to Ben Hefner a little bit at the coach's show, just talking about how close and tight-knit that linebacker group is. They've done a pretty good job here thus far of being able to contain that run game.
Ball's at the 23. Newcastle needs to get it to the 19. 8:41 to go third quarter. It's a fake handoff by Burke. Throws it in the flat for Lane, and Carter comes up and hits him, but not before he's got the first down at the 18-yard line. 5-yard gain on a 4th and 4, and this long drive continues for Newcastle.
Pretty simple play there, passing the flats with one lead blocker, and it was just enough to get a first down for the Racers. Pretty good stand there by the Blanchard defense. Just got to finish that last play. They're going to have a couple more chances to do it right here.
First and 10, Burke hands it to Bradford, running left, hit at about the 15 and driven backwards. Tyler Hughes, one of the first ones there. Helmet comes off late for Bradford. He's going to have to come out for a play. It's a gain of about 3 on the run from the 18 down to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Big Ross Johnson almost got him there just past the line of scrimmage, but really good job to rally to the ball there by the edge of the Blanchard Lions and kind of stop the bleeding there. Could have been a big gash run there at the edge, but they stopped it.
Still opening drive of the second half. Blanchard up 14-10 as Burke drops to throw. Has time, throws right side, pass incomplete. Dangerous throw. He was hit as he threw it, and that was Gage Ellison who got there again and made the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Depending on how the rest of this game goes, if it becomes a stalemate for much longer, maybe Gage Ellison, an early candidate for LB Realty Group Player of the Game. Potentially.
3rd and 7 here from the 15. Need to get it to about the 8, does Newcastle. Within field goal range, but down by 4. That field goal obviously wouldn't give the Racers the lead back. Burke on 3rd down. Dropping, throwing pass, tipped, intercepted. Hefner's got it at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. He lowers his head and takes it out to the 29-yard line. The pass was tipped. There's a flag after the play, and it's an interception by Hefner.
It's a great block by that defensive line for Blanchard. Great awareness by Hefner to locate the ball after the tip. Big hit by Hefner, really establishing himself. Don't get much chances those backers do all the time.
Both those guys out there, that's a great throw and great coverage by the corner.
Third down and 3. Strickland, backside pressure, throws it, caught, but not much of a gain. And let's see where this ball is marked. Going to be a 1st down. Reception by Jace Riley. So about a 4-yard reception, but it's good enough to move the chains. .504 to go, 1st down and 10.
What?
Strickland's shovel pass.
What is that?
Is a really nice run. Strickland just shoveled it to Langston Walker.
That was really interesting. They had a screen set up too. That I don't know if that was done intentionally, but man, if it was, that was quite the play call.
Another quick toss, and a couple of flags are thrown on this one, so I think this is going to be coming back. Camarillo with the reception. Tackled after a gain of 5, but I think this is going to be holding on the Comets.
Well, about 3 guys got held on that play, so they could have took a pick on who they wanted to call it on.
It's been a big-time battle up front between the offensive line of Velma, the defensive front for Dewar. Aiden Torres, a senior, one of those guys blocking up front for the Comets. Two guards for them. Landon Richardson.
You know what else I like in 8-man? Is the skill position numbers on the offensive line. I like that. Big fan of that.
Right. Cooper Paramore, the other blocker up front for the Comets. Nice job tonight.
And Velma just needs to be patient here and understand that they've got 3 more downs to get, 12 or 13 yards, not try to get it all back at one time.
Strickland rolling out, and you're going to have a pass interference call on the Dragons as there was a little bit of contact on that pass to the end zone.
Yeah, and that time their feet just got tangled up, and there was just a little bit of a shove in the secondary, and you knew that was happening eventually because Velma's coaches have been politicking for a flag on the secondary, and that time they got it.
And that's going to bail them out of the penalty.
That's called gamesmanship, Mark.
It is.
When I was on the sidelines, I used to think it was a pass interference every time against my secondary.
Talking this over. And again, pass interference in high school, not an automatic first down. So this ball will set them up with a second down and about 2.
Give a shout out to Dustin Goodnow, the voice of the Northwestern Rangers. He's tuning in tonight. He's an Okmulgee graduate and kind of from the area and is familiar with Dewar, so he's tuned in from Alva. Dustin does a heck of a job calling games at Northwestern.
Ooh. Is that a forward pass? And again, it was half the distance to the goal on the pass interference penalty, so that puts the ball
at the 5.
Yeah, I read around the 5 or 6 yard line. They can pick up a first down without getting a touchdown.
I think you're right. I think it's at about the, well, it says the ball's on the 5, but I think it's probably closer to about the 5.5 or 6, right?
Yes.
I don't think the clock has a half on it. Just being critical.
When are the Lady Rangers? What's the first game?
I believe that is the first week in November. And then they play an exhibition, and they play a couple home games, and then they head to Hawaii.
It's going to be here before you know it.
Oh, I know.
Strickland is taken down for a loss.
That's Henderson.
That's about the 7 yard line, so this will bring up a interesting 4th down, and we got it look like another potential cramp on the field here. One of the Velma players. Some good sportsmanship being helped up by one of the Dewar players.
Officials tonight have done a much better job of managing the game. We've had some of these games early in the year where there's been, and I think the play is caught up to that too. We had a lot of penalties early in the year, just not a lot of great flow to the games, and this game has had much better flow to it.
Velma's used their first time out here of the second half, and I think it's a pretty critical time here in the game. Certainly want to get things right here on this 4th down play.
Well, and honestly, if I'm Velma, I'm doing something that's misdirection or delayed on the backside just because their pass rush is so intense, and this field has been squeezed down just by the yardage in the end zone. So if that's in your playbook, that's what I'm doing. Or like we saw them run that little trick play too as well. That was a pretty good play earlier on.
Motion for the Comets. Strickland, little delayed roll. He's got a man wide open over the middle, and it bounces off his hands. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Let's see what the penalty marker is here. Holding on the Comets, and the Dragons get the turnover on downs.
Well, just a big stop by Dewar, obviously. And if you're Dewar, time to go back to your man in the backfield and make this clock your friend with the 2-score lead. That's what I'm doing. That's a tough situation for Velma. Velma had a lot of success spreading the field out to get the ball out to their playmakers. But unfortunately, when you get down inside the red zone, that field shrinks down, makes it easier to defend.
That is absolutely true. That's been true tonight, really, for both teams.
Man, look at that Enid score, 35-14 over Moore. Go Plainsmen. False start.
Started to have a few more penalties here in the second half.
That's because I made the comment about how clean the game is played.
Take the delay of game or let the clock run down and either take a timeout or the delay of game. So you run 20 extra seconds off that clock, shortening this game.
Yep, 1:18 to go in the third quarter, and indeed it is Davidson trying to pin Metro Christian back deep. Patriots do not have anybody deep, and it's a little pooch kick. It's an end-over-end one to the near side, and that is a good one, and it is into the end zone. Well, that was misplayed that time by Cutter Green. He was standing on the goal line when he touched it. All he had to do was step up a half foot, and that ball's inside the 1 yard line.
Exactly. You cannot be in the end zone and touch the ball at the same time. As a matter of fact, you can't even go in the end zone without coming back and reestablishing both feet outside the end zone to touch it. There's no reason for him. Like you said, nobody's down there. That was a misplay there.
That was a gift of 19 3/4 yards for the Metro Christian Patriot offense. Jackson Grimes down 2 scores with only 13 minutes remaining of this ball game. Perkins trying to take control of the 3 District 1 race just 2 weeks in to the district schedule. First down and 10. Demons lead at 21-7. You see the score in the lower left. Grimes will get the snap back. Here comes the pressure up the middle. He tries to run away from the pressure, and he's sacked. Hayden Cundiff was one of the 2 blitzing linebackers. The first one missed him. Trey Stevenson was back there, but he turned him into Cundiff, who is able to drop him for a loss back to the 17.
Yeah, Cundiff did a good job just looking at Grimes right between the numbers, getting that left arm around the waist, and then bringing the right arm around to squeeze for the sack.
40 seconds in counting to play third quarter. 21-7 Perkins, loss of 3 for the Metro Christian offense, who has done nothing since halftime. In fact, they have run a total of now 6. This will be their 7th play here in the quarter. Jackson Grimes with a 3-by-2 formation. Throws it out to the near side. The ball is caught by Parmalee, and he's dump trucked down. What a great play by Preston Gajewski.
A lot of good tackling in this game, Todd. Gajewski tackling down by the knees, diving, wrapping those knees together where the ball carrier can't go anywhere.
And that'll do it in the third quarter. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Patriots, who are looking for just their 2nd first down since halftime. At the end of 3 quarters, it's an energized crowd tonight here at McIlvain Stadium in Payne County, with Perkins trying
Castle line, but if he keeps making those mental mistakes, I just don't know how he's able to keep that consistent playing time. But they just haven't been the same without him out of the lineup.
Burke out of the gun, throws it left side. Pass is nearly picked off. Is it picked off? It's incomplete. Reagan Palmer jumped right in front of that one. Burke never saw him and nearly threw it in an interception.
Man.
Palmer just got right in his pocket on that one. Wasn't fooled at all. And Burke, I think, just didn't expect him to be there.
I think Palmer's hitting himself a little bit. That was right in his wheelhouse, right center mass in the chest.
Well, Heskew, the intended receiver, kind of turned into a defender there. Might have knocked it away from him.
Yeah.
2nd down and goal from the 9. Handoff right up the middle. And Bradford gets about 2 yards to the, we'll give him 1 yard to the 8. Big Ross Johnson in there on him. It'll be a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and goal.
That was Ross. I think I saw Blake Woods maybe too in there. Really good job of snuffing any sort of potential gain that Newcastle running back could have gotten. Big 3rd down right here.
3rd down and goal from the 8. Burke keeps it right up the middle, hit at about the 5, and he spins forward and leans to the 4. So he got half of it, and it's going to be 4th down and goal at the 4. Newcastle could kick a field goal here and cut it to 1, and it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Newcastle opts to play it safe, but I got to say, It's a really, really good job there by the Blanchard D. Newcastle obviously maintained a rhythm in that first half of the drive and really came to a stalwart right as soon as they got in the red zone. But like I said earlier, Todd, I think at the end of the day, if you can make Newcastle settle for kicks, it's a win.
Batchelder with a 21-yarder just inside the right hash, and that is right down the middle and perfect. Really good kick. Blanchard still has the lead. 2:05 to go in the third quarter, 14-13.
Football and all kinds of stuff.
He's looking for contact. But then when he busts out in the open, when he sees green, he's gone.
We have had an inordinate amount of penalties since you made the comment that this game is being played with very few penalties called.
I can't believe I did that to us. And by pulling up, make an apology to all the fans out there, too, for ruining the flow of this game. I'm still going twice to my tailback here. On 3rd and 12. Play the odds. He can get 6 both times on average, right?
I think he can get 6 or 60. Look at this. Good move there. And you're right. He picks up 6.
It's be an interesting play call here. I think you go for it. They're going to obviously let the quarter run out, but I would go for it.
I think this is well within their range probability of making this. That will conclude the first 3 quarters of action here on our game of the week. When we return, it will be Dewar facing
just to pick up a couple, advancing the ball past midfield into Patriot territory at the 49, 2nd and 8. But right now, yeah, you want more points, but you're also concerned about that clock that shows 10-10 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, just another first down or two. This game will be under 5 minutes or so, and that's going to look really bleak for the Patriots.
Metro Christian has done nothing since halftime, and there's not many teams in the state that are capable of doing that to this Patriot offense. Last year's 13-1 3A state runner-up, a team that lost 72-56 in a high-scoring championship game unlike any other. Pistol formation, handoff to Atkins again. That's actually Applegate, and he almost spun out of contact. Is smothered under at the 43-yard line. Brock Beeler was there. Also coming up off the pile for Metro Christian, I believe, was Maddox McCutcheon, perhaps.
Applegate, the patient there, too, on his toes with one hand on his blocker, kind of feeling his way, and then firing straight up, trying to get to the first down marker, just a yard and a half or 2 short.
3rd down, a long 2. The ball at the 43 of Metro Christian. 9:09 to play. Now they're going to sneak it with Breck Smith, and he did not get there. He managed to get one of the 2. They're going to stop him on forward progress at the 42.5-yard line. So let's see what Dwayne Hudson elects to do here with under 9 minutes to play. I think you go for it.
Well, if you go on for it for like on 4th and 12 in the opening half, I think you go for it here, but you're going to hand it off to a back with the lead block because you got 3 running backs in the backfield.
Stevenson is back there as well. Breck Smith on a quarterback sneak has it. Had it, but got a second surge for the offensive line who pushed him, and that's a 2-yard gain of the 40 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I was wrong. I thought they were going to hand it off after being stuffed. They did the exact same play, like you said, a better push, but it seemed like Perkins Tryon is getting such a great push with the lead running back, fullback, if you will, every time, and just have the tailback going back. That's the play that would be called.
Senior right tackle Ethan Dawson is down. It almost looks like he's cramping. It was 90 degrees at game time. At least that's what it felt like, the actual air tip.
This gives Velma life.
Strickland going to roll to his right. Little short pass. It's defended well. Pick up a 5.
That is impressive that Velma's band traveled.
They've been playing all night.
They even have a sousaphone and 8-man. You ever seen that?
No, I don't believe I have. I don't think the Dewar Band has one.
A tuba with a cover. Not only is it a tuba, but it has a VA cover on it. It's big time.
That is impressive. There's been a little more defense played here in the second half.
Yeah, I think both teams are kind of figuring out. They both kind of obviously have made it aware of where their tendencies are going to be, and you see that happen with good teams that tackle. I'll tell you what, these teams are going to get tired, though, here in this fourth quarter, so look for a big play to bust here pretty soon.
There's a toss to Walker.
Ooh, great tackle.
And an open field tackle.
Nevin Corbin does it on both sides.
Another fourth. Have we had a punt tonight? We have not.
I don't think so.
4th and 3, Dragon Nation, let's ride.
No play. Throw that little stick pass out here to 1 on the right.
Strickland throws it up, and is that caught?
Yes, it was.
What a play.
Pass is complete.
Just like you drew it up, the old jump pass.
He was running for his life. Great play by Slade Strickland to extend and convert. Comets keep that drive alive on a 4th down. Strickland.
Good
what
ball.
a strike. That's a touchdown.
He was almost across the line of scrimmage, but a great ball.
Great pass. Strickland and Jace Riley was on the receiving end of that.
Well, you know, that's what's crazy is Strickland was the backup early in the year, too. He has looked very impressive tonight.
We got multiple players down with cramps. Like you mentioned, it's hot today, and it's kind of taking its toll. So these guys, both teams have had players going both ways and getting a lot of snaps. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with the conversion attempt. It's 44-38, 9 minutes.
2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line. Sophomore Wyatt Atkinson is out there with the backfield to the left of Beck Smith. Smith feeds it to Atkinson, running off right guard and not much doing as he gets a yard of the 14. It is good to see Ethan Dawson back out there. You see 72 anchoring the right side of that Demons line.
Boy, Hagen Cundiff just threw a player down to the ground, and there's no flag at all. I think the player was Austin Dixon that always comes from the linebacker position in the backfield, but he just got tossed down, no flag.
3rd down and 2 at the 14-yard line. Interesting decision if you don't make it here with the field goal kicker, Dylan Davidson. Davidson this year has not kicked a field goal. Hand off to Stevenson. He's stacked up, and I think second effort got him a 1st down to the 11. A lot of that was all Trey Stevenson because there really was not much doing on the left side. We are at the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Clock rolling. Perkins threatening to take a 3-score lead. They're knocking to the door at the Metro Christian 11.
Yeah, Stevenson taking the handoff left, got spun around, had his back to the defense, but kept like moving backwards with his body and twisting in for the 1st down.
5:38 and counting to play in the ball game. This would about put it away for Perkins Tryout. Full house look at the backfield. It's a diamond formation. Hand off right. Applegate. And Applegate will not get there. In fact, he is going to be rolled down at the 11-yard line. Patriots strung that out and diagnosed it very, very well. No gain as the clock continues to tick towards 5 minutes to play. It's 2nd and 10 for the 11.
Nice penetration and aggressiveness by John Roboto getting in there right in the face mask of Applegate.
Actually give him a yard loss to the 12, so it's 2nd down and 11. Next snap will come under 5.
1st down. Carter in motion, gets the handoff on a sweep, running left, gets a block from Perryman, gets the edge to the 15, to the 10, the 5, near the end zone. Is he in? He's in for a touchdown. Blanchard adds to the lead. It's 20-13 with the extra point pending, and the Lions are back up by 7. And they're going to go for 2, and this would be a huge 2-point conversion if they can get it, because it would make it a 2-score game.
I was just thinking, we have not seen a sweep to a Carter or any of the
There's
receivers
an injured
yet.
player. Didn't see there's an injured player all the way on the far side of the field. Go ahead, Drake. Sorry.
I was saying it was long due for a score from this Blanchard offense, but even kind of honing in on the offense itself, we haven't really seen much of the sweeps to either Carter or Corick or any of those guys. So not only was a score due, but I think one of those sweep plays were due because
they spent 3 quarters setting it up, right? And
right.
landed on the first play of the fourth quarter. It's going to be a touchdown of 23 yards for Brayson Carter. By the way, Jordan Lane, the injured player for Newcastle, he's getting both feet pushed back as if he
Roll out. Strickland rolling. Has a man. 2-point conversion is good. Got a 4-point game. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Dewar to receive the kickoff, up 4.
Dr. Matt Diesel.
Sweep that ends up going right down the sideline with some really good blocking by those outside receivers, making that way for him to coast into the end zone for 6.
So it is going to be an extra point attempt now as Matt Campbell's in to kick this one.
Play of the game?
Potentially. It'd make it an 8-point game. Snap and hold are good. The kick has plenty of leg on it, and this one's right down the middle. So Blanchard has an 8-point lead. It's Blanchard 21, Newcastle 13, 11:48 to play. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
For less than $10 a game, call 405-726-0835 or email adam@skordle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These
What is the, we said earlier, we can ask our friends here next door, was it 90 straight wins?
I believe that's correct. 90 straight home wins, yeah.
Or regular season wins?
Regular season, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, that would be 90 straight. That is a lot of wins in a row. A lot of time still left in this game, too, as well.
Dewar has done a good job here in the second half of possessing the football. The running game is very, very difficult to stop. I think Velma's gaining some confidence on the offensive side of the football, but they have yet to slow down Nevin Corbin. I kicked that one. That was good hands.
Ooh.
By Benatigwe.
He's got some speed, too.
Tigwe is knocked down and out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and we're going to get a late hit against Velma, so that's going to set the Dragons up with really good field position.
Yeah, that was a silly decision by Isaac Camarillo. He's made a lot of really good plays on the night, and that was silly there.
Tigwe was kind of in a vulnerable position, and Camarillo came in late with the hit. So that's a costly personal foul. 15 yards. They'll take it down to the 24-yard line where they have it 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Little option play. That's a dangerous play and a broken tackle. And a good move for the Dragons. Could have been very costly. A dangerous pitch, but it ends up with a gain of 9.
Boy, that was risky. Great job, though, by the Comets to take the running back out of the play that time, and Kilhofer did a good job of pulling it. We tick under 9 minutes now here to go in this game.
Touchdown. Nevin Corbin takes the handoff and scores another touchdown.
Well, they called him down. The back judge called him down.
Let's see, where is the back judge saying he was down?
The half-yard line.
So they are going to wind the clock, and it is ball is just outside the end zone, right on the 1 yard line.
Guys were about to play the jump around song, and they didn't realize they hadn't scored yet.
Kilhofer's going to go under center, hands it to Corbin again, and he easily trots into the end zone. Back to a 10-point game at 50-40. Kilhofer was going to roll to his right, tries to get it in himself, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good. Makes the score 52-40 in favor of Dewar. 8 minutes, 7 seconds to go. We're back after this on the Game of the Week.
So, not real big on paying bank fee?
Behind the play.
We got one holding call from a back judge. I honestly cannot remember the last time I'd seen something like that. I don't even know if that's common or not.
Well, they marked that one off 11 yards, so got that going for us. It's 2nd down and 20. We went from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 20 after a 10-yard penalty, which is strange. Play clock at 12. Blanchard's got to hurry here. Handoff up the middle. McIntyre bouncing outside left. Now cuts back at the 15. He's slung down hard, just short of the 15. McIntyre carries that one for 6.
You know,
it'll be 3rd and 14.
The reason why it's so imperative that this run game has been established by Blanchard is because, you know, those corners for Newcastle are playing very lax. They're off 7 to 10 yards of any of the playmakers on that wide out for Blanchard. I think it's just a matter of Blanchard taking what's given to them because they're really cutting off any sort of deep play that, you know, Blanchard can potentially generate. With that being said, they're in kind of a press right now.
Cooksey rolling right, looking, throwing, pass, caught. Pierce at the 5, dives, end zone, touchdown. Touchdown, Blanchard. Cooksey, great throw, threw a dart on the run to Corrick Pierce, who makes a 16-yard touchdown catch. And it's 27-13. Blanchard back up on top. Now by 2 scores, biggest lead of the game.
Like I was saying before that play started, Those corners for Newcastle were really in that lax coverage, but they were up against those receivers that time in press coverage, and Cork Pierce took advantage of it, created separation, and ended up getting 6.
Extra point is up, and it's good. 9:25 to go. Blanchard 28, Newcastle 13. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Call us for a free quote today.
Exactly what we talked about starting the second half. Going to have a steady dose of Trey Stevenson, a lot of running. Perkins just controlled the whole latter half.
3rd down, 2 at the 46-yard line. Here's your ball game. Full diamond look at the backfield. Beck Smith gets the exchange. He's going to keep it himself. He has the first down, and hello win column for Perkins Tryon. Their first win over the Patriots since 1999, 24 years. And they will move to 2-0 in the district and have a stranglehold over the top spot out of 3A District 1 the last month and a half.
Great job by head coach Dwayne Hudson and crew for Perkins. Nice adjustment at halftime, picking up the running. In the first half, Tulsa Metro Christian was blocking up, clogging some of the running gaps. In the latter half, Perkins ran at will.
1st and 10, clock rolling, 1:35 to play. They keep it on the ground. And they hand it off to Stevenson, who is spun down to the 43-yard line, give him 3. It does not look as if Jared McCoy is going to elect to use his final timeout. Or does he? Yes, he does. 1:28 to play.
Well, I guess you can score really quick with this big passing offense, but it's just almost going to be a miracle because I thought that Tulsa Metro, they had to go for it on 4th and 10 for any chance to go, but they elected to punt.
Jared McCoy has been a stalwart at
4th and 4, Dragon Nation, let's ride.
Big play here in the ball game. Stop would be huge for Dewar, but Belma has just come back so many times in this game. And we're going to have a false start on the wide receiver. Got a little early start, and that will cost the Comets 5. Going to the 4th quarter in Jinx with Westmore on top of the Trojans, 14-12.
Wow.
Strickland going to go deep, and again, that's great coverage over there by the Dragons, and the turnover on downs gives it back to Dewar.
Christian, a favorable schedule going forward. Hand off to Stevenson again on 3rd down, runs left and is close to the first down. It's down to the 36-yard line, and that was just sheer want to by Trey Stevenson. If he didn't get it, it's going to be 4th and less than a yard with 35 seconds to play. And they are showing 4th down at half a yard. Ball at the 36-yard line. McLeod, Kingfisher, Manford, Anadarko, North Rock Creek. Kingfisher, North Rock Creek at home, the other 3 of the road. But the remaining 6 opponents for Metro Christian, they are 7-2 against all time. Clock running with 12 seconds to play. Difference of 6 on the play clock and the game clock. Here's the final play. Hand off to Stevenson, and he's up the middle for the first down to the 33-yard line, and that will do it. Clock strikes 000. The celebration begins here at McIlvain State.
Corbin, and there he goes. Just runs so low to the ground and so hard. I'm very impressed with what he's been able to do.
And if you're Dewar here, good job by the coaching staff of holding them up. I wouldn't snap the ball, probably under 3 every time.
Not that we condone gambling on high school sports, but Vegas Kerr's line of 96.5 is just right on the money.
It is.
98.
98.5 is what it was.
98.5. It's going to come down to potential two-point conversion play.
They don't call him Vegas Kerr for no reason, Mark.
We'll have to do the veiled Al Michaels references for the line. 2nd down and 8 to go. And the clock is now under 5 minutes.
Great job.
Corbin got buried on a big hit.
It's number 20.
Tackle made by Broderick Spigner. He was the leading tackler in terms of tackles for loss on the team this year. Justin Bowden is doing a nice job in there for Velma, too, up front. Third and 6.
False start.
Penalty. Corbin got off to premature start.
One thing that does happen, though, is you get a little more time burn off the clock. QB should not snap until you see that back judge start putting his hand up in the air and do the 5-second countdown.
Little reverse handoff.
Great
Boy, that's
defense.
a great play. Just grabbing the jersey and throwing down Christian Gargola. That's the quarterback, or excuse me.
It's Riker.
Riker Sander, sophomore.
Good
He's playing
timeout.
a big game tonight.
Smart time out there by Velma.
Dragons are going to face 4th down and about 18 with 3:36 to go.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company.
Welcome back. Some other Class 4A scores. Blanchard has extended their lead over Newcastle, 28-13. One final, Tuttle, 27, Hera, 0. Really good game going on in Tulsa between Jinx and Westmore. Jags up 14-12 going into the fourth quarter.
Man, that would be a huge win for Westmore's program.
Norman North defeated Broken Arrow 28-14.
You see a quick kick here maybe, Mark?
It's possible.
Or they may run it and try to keep some clock.
They're going to hand it to Corbin, and he's capable of doing some big things. He's able to pick up about 7-8 yards here. Oh, no, we have a late flag. I think this is going to cost Velma.
Is it going to be Velma or Dewar?
Let's see here.
I think it was Dewar.
Yeah. The referee is too close to the stands. Can hear everything he said.
Yes, you could.
Well, that is a tough penalty against the Dragons.
Now, that gives Velma great field position. They'll have the ball inside the 50 now with 3:28 to go, so they still have 2 of their timeouts, so they're able to save 2 of their timeouts on that drive. The play where Dewar ran the edge kind of reverse play is the one that really backed up Dewar and kind of got them out of what they were trying to do.
So the ball rests right on the 45-yard line. And we'll see what the Comets have in store offensively. Strickland hit as he throws, and the ball falls to the turf incomplete.
It's Henderson there that time. Great pass rush.
Strickland takes off. Good decision. And he's still running. Makes a man miss and gets out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Great play by Strickland there. I think that was a designed run.
Yeah, I think it was a good call against the pressure. The defense has been getting back there, put some heat on him, and took off and had plenty of running room.
This could get really interesting very quick. Still a lot of time on that clock.
Strickland. Pass. Nice hurdle by Camarillo to get out of bounds.
Nope, he's in. Stayed in bounds.
That clock continues to run.
If you're Camarillo, you got to get out of bounds that time. The clock is your enemy right now. Faked it. They got him. Ooh.
Big stop. Is this going to be a face mask?
Hold.
Henderson back there to get some pressure.
That was big for Dewar.
Penalty is going to be declined, so it will be 3rd down and about 12.
It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Be 3rd and further than that.
A little further than that.
Make it 3rd and 15.
Got those Dr. Bilardo eyes over here. Clock runs too. Ooh, screen. Good job.
That was well read. Very aggressive defense.
That was read very well by the defender there that time for Dewar. Fantastic defensive play.
Velma will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. They have 1 timeout left.
Down and 1 at the 45.
I think it's almost a game at this point, a game within a game. Just hand it to him and see, how many plays it actually takes for them to stop him. It's a pretty interesting surprise, though, here at the final stanza of the game, just seeing such an out-of-left field move like Tyler Hughes coming into to running back and just kind of feeding the machine a little bit.
3rd down and 1 at the Newcastle 45-yard line. Hard count, nobody jumps. Now Cooksey moves Hughes to his right side.
Corrick's on an island right now.
Perryman in motion. Cooksey hands off to Hughes, and this time he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Lost 2. Back to the 47. It'll be 4th down. Not a ton to lose here for Blanchard. I think they're going to go for it on 4th down and 4. It's a 3-yard loss back to the 48.
Wonder if they're going to jet sweep here. It's almost a guarantee for, 4. I didn't even see that.
Tonsing's in now, so they're going to go empty backfield, I think. They might punt it as well. We'll see. Nobody's deep. This is the formation they run when they punt it.
Yeah, it'll be a punt.
Cooks, he does punt it away. Nobody back to receive it. It hits at the 20, takes a big bounce inside the 15, now sideways to the 12-yard line, and that's where Newcastle will have it 1st and 10 at their own 12 with 3:17 to play. I want to thank our sponsor tonight, our title sponsor, Blanchard Eye Care. Don't forget, following the game, we'll have our LB Realty Group Player of the Game. After this one, it goes final.
I hate comparing scores.
Gain that first down. Matter of fact, I don't even know if they need a first down here with 2:10 to go. Been a heck of a game.
It has. It's been amazing hospitality by Dewar. Started off with incredible barbecue.
We're getting spoiled, man.
Yeah, we are, no doubt. Big thanks and major respect to Velma Alma. What a great football team they have, and impressive how they traveled to this game. And also great props to Dewar and their home crowd. There are people all over the place. Our camera doesn't do it justice, so I think you're going to see these two teams late in the playoffs, both of them.
Corbin is still fighting for extra yards and moves it forward for a gain of about 5.
I believe Velma should only have 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
They still show 2 on the board, but I believe they only have 1 left. Still think they're snapping the ball too quick. That guy hadn't even started his count yet. What do I know?
Uh-oh. All that remains to be seen is the total. I think you can get into the victory formation.
Vegas Kerr needed him there. That would have matched his 98 point total.
Still a very impressive.
It was. I doubted it early.
Very impressive setting of the line in the first half.
So we haven't decided where we're going next week, but make sure you look out on our social media, and obviously be doing the Pick'em show too as well, but we'll be going somewhere. I know that. What a great game. Great sportsmanship, too, here at the end.
You mentioned it. I think both these teams really are. They're championship contenders in 8-man football.
And
Laverne is going to be in it. I think Sealing, who beat Laverne, got a chance to be in it.
Obviously, OBA played Sealing very close, and OBA is a team I think that has dealt with graduation well and is better than what people thought. But, yeah, these two teams are going to be there in the end. I wonder how the bracket plays out. It'd be interesting.
The middle, and he's going to be right at the sticks. I think he's got it at the 36-yard line to move the sticks with 2:37 to go.